Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren, and I can kind of hear myself in somewhere, coming from somewhere. I know, guys, the internet has been really unstable. It's my internet is dead. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. We will see if the stream holds up. Pray for Palemore. That's the best that we got right now. But how's it going, everyone? If you haven't already, please hit that retweet link. I gave it in chat. I'm gonna edit the command right now. I've been racing around trying to get all this stuff done. And while I'm doing that, why don't we go ahead and say hello to our illustrious cast and let them take the mic for me while I get this done. How is it going, all of you? There we go.
I'm handsome.
Woo. Good.
That
good
is
eye.
that
Good
is
eye,
good
Mike.
to know. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Roll for handsome.
Oh, I took a feet. Sorry.
Roll for some hands.
Yeah.
So
Some hands?
yeah, like a couple, like one or two.
I want them to wiggle.
Is just me and Lisa? Lisa keeps freezing on me. I don't know if that's
Yikes.
if it's just on my
She
end.
is
or-
frozen on the stream for me.
Yeah, that's because
In the Zoom, she's alive.
okay.
She's not impressed with the stream. From the
No.
looks of it.
Like really,
Screenshot.
Sorry.
right? Really, this is what you're going with?
Heard it before.
So why don't we go ahead and have everyone remind us a little bit about who they are and who they are playing. Of course, we would start with Speedy, but he is on his way back home from a trip, so hopefully he will get here in a little bit, but he ain't here right now. Let me move that up a bit. There we go. So Din, how's it going, man?
Yeah, awesome. Another fine evening in Palemore. But yeah, it's good. I'm Din Money in the chat and online, and tonight I will be playing Sir Ulrich the White, sent to investigate the misdoings here in Palemore and bring. That's me breaking out a huge great sword. Bring God's justice to these sinners. So, when I'm not sounding really cool, I'm basically just like a crotchety old man. And then, yeah, just gonna kick some ass. It's gonna be awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And next, of course, is Mr. Four.
Hi guys. It's me, the Floofmeister. Wow. And I am playing Gurney Abel. Gurney Abel, if you don't know, is not as much of a Floofmeister. Instead, he prefers to meister the maps. And in doing so, he knows every street and corner and pharmacy, including those on competing corners, of every Palemore street. I can attest to this. I've never failed in navigating these once lovely streets. Unfortunately, these lovely streets are not so lovely because they're filled with blood everywhere, rolling in the streets. Blood. And Gurney's not happy about that, so he's trying to find some ways to take care of it with the help of his constant companion, a gastric fistula that sits within his the lining of his stomach just isn't doing so well anymore, and it just sort of it exhumes blasts of necrotic nastiness that has various properties that are well, good gracious, I couldn't list the number of things he does with that thing, but yeah, that's what I do, and that's who I am, and I have beautiful hair, and I love you.
Gurney's
Nice.
his middle initials are PS.
PS
Gurney. Yeah.
Gurney
Yeah.
GPS.
GPS.
Oh, there you go.
My god!
Yeah.
We had a little bit of latency there.
I'm sorry,
I told you the internet was bad.
What happened?
Yeah, sorry, my internet's having trouble. And last but not least, I literally have no idea if she's still here. Lisa, how are you doing? I still see you looking.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
She's still here.
See you looking very disapprovingly, but we can hear you just fine.
I guess I'm frozen on the stream.
Nope,
but
there
I'm
you are.
live. Hey, ho.
Poor Jer.
That's not my nickname or middle name. I'm Lisa Lee, and I am playing Vesper Keening, the lady of the house of the palace, who is now a little bit banshee. So don't piss me off.
Why would you want to go do that? Hey.
Why would you want to do that? You don't
No.
want to piss me off, because I got a thing I can do.
Wow.
It's been a long time since I heard anyone from Staten Island.
Perfect accent.
It's like, yes, my cousin's up in White Plains.
I love it.
She's royalty.
Yeah, she's royalty, yo.
Royalty, and she
You
gets
know,
whatever
she's like
she wants.
she's like fancy and shit. She's royalty.
So we are, of course, my name is Asker, and I'm your host and dungeon master. But you don't need to know about that because that's not special. So we had a lot of stuff happen last week, and we're gonna recap all of it. But before we do, let's go over some quick announcements, some information that you might need to know. First and foremost, guys, if you have not already, make sure you enter that giveaway. Dice Tulu is still telling you about it. I just added a bunch of stuff not too long ago to the Wormwood giveaway, and it is, are my commands not working?
Uh-oh.
Are they not working?
Ruh-roh.
Giveaway.
I don't know. My commands are not, for some reason, my commands are not working, so it is just bit.ly/wormwood, and that will get you the it entered in to win our Wormwood prize pack. It's a really cool custom engraved deck box, as well as a rolling tray. And oh my god, with the disapproving looks, Lisa, every freeze frame.
It's so...
I don't mean it. What? I don't understand. What are you doing?
I don't know. Every time it freezes,
That's
it's
the
just...
same one. That's just the same one.
No, you froze again on the stream.
That's too
Unfortunately.
good.
But now you're taking a long sip.
Oh
Oh,
my god!
Are you sure you're not doing that?
It's-
purpose?
fine.
It's been a very long week.
Okay.
oh,
I
that's
love
It's been a very
That's-
long week.
that's why my commands weren't working, because Ankbot had disconnected. I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect that. But you guys, I want you to hit that bit.ly/wormwood, not with an O, with a W. With a Y, I mean Wormwood, and you can enter that awesome prize pack of stuff. Of course, retweet that retweet link if you haven't already. Just waiting for that to connect. Let's see if it does. There we go. We got commands now. Last, of course, we have a couple of sponsors for this week. Of course, Sirenscape continuously sponsors our stuff, and they will be providing some of the cool music and ambience that you will hear throughout the show, as well as Epic's Haven, those guys that sent us that awesome terrain not too long ago. And also, I am getting some cool stuff. I've been getting some cool stuff from Paizo, so big ups to them for getting us on their press list. You guys will see me probably tweeting out some reviews of this beauty that I just got in the mail today, as a brand new book that they put out and gave me to review. So that is that. I think we'll probably save the rest of the announcements for later. But for now, let me just make sense. Oh, I just saw it says Asker wins for ugliest freeze frames. I'm like, thanks. It's fucking
Of me.
fucking savage up in here.
Oh gosh.
No.
The freeze
Guys-
frames of me.
Guys, don't get on Lisa's bad side. She's on a warpath tonight. Love it. I
It's
love
so Carol Burnett. The sip is so Carol Burnett. It's hysterical to me. Oh my god, faces I didn't know I make by Asgrid.
It's the
This
you know
is
what?
a good one, yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
micro expressions that tell how you really
It
feel.
is. It is, man.
That
So,
one can last the whole session.
Oh no!
oh Lord. So why don't we go ahead? Oh my God, I'm also oscillating. So why don't we go ahead and recap a little bit? We are still waiting on Speedy, but we can recap a little bit about what happened last week. So, where are we?
I froze again.
So as you guys might recall, last week here, our party had just finished with Felix having his brain engraved in the workshop of Sir Jorik, the only living armorer for the Legion of Hunters working for the church. Our party acquired some armor and some weapons from Jorik, as well as a little bit of direction. He filled in a few missing pieces that you may have been hanging on. And as you left his workshop, you met once again Annalise, the Raven. She informed you that she was not quite sure about things. Things were very strange. Do you remember what she told you?
So much.
Well, yeah, she told us things, and I wrote them down. I'm sure I have them.
I just remember Gurney's cool sword.
At least.
Yes. So she did tell us about the clinic. No, gosh. See, now I'm having trouble, like, what?
I have it written down, but I don't know who said what.
Astrid, we're so proud that we finally kind of had an idea where we wanted to go, and now you're telling us to go back and figure it all out again.
So
hold on.
No. It's so she told you that she wasn't quite sure about what was going on, and that more so she was more concerned as to why none of you seemed to be affected by the plague of beasts in the blood.
That's right.
You told her that you had been injected with something, and she suggested that the person that was most knowledgeable on various types of blood used by the church was a man named Mortusi. And it was from there that you realized that was, in fact, the clinic that you all woke up in.
Right, the doctor.
That's correct.
Mortusi.
Mortisi.
So, as you guys...
Abraham Mortusi.
Yep. Sorry, someone sent me a message on thing I was reading it. So you guys decided that you wanted to head back there to see if there was any information you could glean. You also had a few other paths you could have gone. You decided that you did want to visit the academy, however the gates are locked and you will need to find a way to get through there. You also wanted to find a way into the swamp to collect the heart for the magistrix. Now, in order to get to the swamp, you would need to go through the prison and the crematorium. In order to get into the academy, you would need to find a way through the gates, and you decided that perhaps what was left of the powder kegs who went to burn down old Palemore would possibly have the tools needed for that. But first, you went to the Mortusi clinic, and there you found a sort of a site that took you back, your original awakening. You also found notes that were taken either by him or by an assistant that documented an extensive series of experiments and recordings that were done on you for an undisclosed period of time. Some specific and fairly different seemed to be done to Felix. You also found there something else. Do you remember what it was?
An invitation. Well, not really an invitation, more like a
Order? Command?
in a sense. Queen Margol kind of left something for us. It was a little letter that instructed us, or I forget its wording, but told us to get into a carriage that would essentially bring us and her handmaiden back. And she left a rather chilling music box behind as well.
That's right.
And
That.
oh yeah, and Vesper had a very volatile reaction to it.
My music box.
It's true.
Yes, you found not only notes on experiments that happened to you, but apparently a music box that belonged to Vesper and had been given to her by her husband quite some time ago. Encouraging you to visit the castle and stand before the queen, telling you there would be a carriage waiting to take you there. But you decided to ignore this, take your information, and head down into Old Palemore. And as you descended the hidden maintenance ladder that took you down there, you were assaulted by a hungry beast, something that had turned almost fully. And as you fought your way through violently, bless you. As you fought your way violently through this creature, and it knocked you down the ladder, you eventually arrived down at the bottom, trapped as the ladder seemed, and the upper area above you was destroyed. The ladder took you down into the burnt remains of Old Palemore, a city on fire. Hot, low, down below the hills and cliffs of which the rest of this city is built on. And oh my god, it looks like we got a Speedy.
The man himself.
I'm here.
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna sort my cameras out, but do you guys remember what happened to you when you got into Old Palemore?
Wow, Old Palemore was just a cluster fudge, and there was no fudge to be had. Everything was on fire, smoke everywhere, and there are constant yowlings. I feel like there's probably alley cats waiting for us, ready to assault us at the noises of beasts and stuff. It's nasty. And then we decided to go down the road, and someone with a gun decided, we just line this up. And we were met with a constant stream of gunfire. And rather than dive for cover, we decided to charge ahead.
Yes.
Let's see if we can outrun some bullets, shall we?
As you emerged into the fire-scarred, the scorched and destroyed remnants of Old Palemore, you took in the sights for a bit, but most importantly, as I find which one this is, you were standing in the street. You were making your way into the kind of the smoke choked alleyways here, and then out of nowhere, seemingly, someone began opening fire on you with a gun from somewhere. You guys initially decided to dive for cover. However, after sort of using his blood sensing powers to get a reading on the entire district, Felix could control himself not, and decided to dive in and hunt down this person who had attacked you. And so that is where we are going to pick things up. You guys are rushing after Felix through the streets. I'm waiting for his camera to come on. You are rushing after Felix. You see him just disappearing into the smoke-choked alleyways, and there is just a crackling barrage of sort of loud, snapping gunfire around you, erupting, cracking into the dirt and stone and wood that you guys are passing as you race into this dark and dreary and densely choked part of the city. And that is where we're going to pick it up. Yes.
I'm ready to roll dice. Let me roll dice now.
All right.
I gotta make sure we don't die.
So as I move the camera over here, I don't know when Speedy's camera is gonna come on, but hopefully it'll come on soon. But it'll be fine. So you guys let me know. So let me find some music here, and you guys tell me what you want to do. What's going on here?
Firstly, hi Speedy, you're beautiful.
Hey, Speedy.
And then next,
Welcome.
I'm gonna make sure we don't die. Give me a moment. I'm going to give us a boon of barrier. And
Nice.
what that's going to do is make sure that we have an obscuring property, which gives whoever's going to try to shoot us disadvantage.
All right.
And
Good.
it's going to be power level 3, by the way. So allow me to just peel back my
Oh my god, I'm freezing so much.
I rolled a 10
Nice. Better than 9.
to attempt. Hey, thank you. To attempt to make this like smoke barrier to just like hover above us to obscure us, if possible.
Okay.
But with the plan, I don't think it works.
All right. There we go. Okay, cool. So you are making a barrier. What's the DC on that?
Power level 3. I think the DC is 14.
I thought you said power level 2 before. Or did I
I
mishear that?
misread. It's
Okay.
power level 3. Which is 14, I believe, as the DC. Which fails!
Should have said 10.
I'm really stressed!
Yeah. Shit. Alright, well, that's alright. Do you have any nat
Just like-
20s?
Cop the
Oh yeah. We have nat
Oh, we do
20s.
have-
Yeah, you guys
We
do have
do.
quite a few. Yeah.
You rolled like an idiot.
I tried my best. You know what? I think
Oh, yeah.
I will. I don't know. Is this worth a 20 though? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Hopefully I can stand the volley of bullets if Aura goes
no,
down
you
then.
cannot. I'm not taking that risk. No, Astrid, may I burn a 20?
Yeah, absolutely.
I burn a 20 to. I thump my chest out like, hold on, I got a kink here. And
Yeah.
I just unload. I billow out a beautiful, acrid cloud above us that's going to hinder anybody from seeing us.
Okay.
As long as they're more than 10 feet away.
All right. So as Felix is sort of rushing down these streets, and you guys are hurrying after him, you kind of stop for a second. You just inhale deeply and sort of belch out this thick, acrid cloud of gas that sort of wafts up above you, and it sort of sort of filters out like a smoke screen, sort of covering you guys. And for a second, you hear the kind of snapping gunshots coming from the distance get more sporadic as they are, they still see the area that you are in, because the smoke, I'm assuming it travels with you.
It does. I can use my extra bonus action, I guess, to keep moving it, keep pushing it with us.
Okay. Now, would you say, does it physically? It doesn't stop. It just stops people from seeing you. It doesn't stop them from approaching you, right?
No, it does not.
Okay. So then, yeah, they will still be shooting in your direction because they can still sort of see the cloud. However, the aim has decreased significantly.
Yeah.
All right. So
Nice.
you are
Nice, dude.
anyone else? So you guys are quickly making your way down this hill into this into the twisting, winding warrens of streets here. The kind of cobblestone gives way, and you see these buildings are they're much older in construction. They're not completely stone structures like the ones up in Palemore proper. These ones are mostly stone foundations with wood and plaster above them, and
It's very rustic.
the streets are not choked with statuary and coffins and tombstones, but rather they seem to be piled with bodies. Some of them wrapped, some of them not. They're just it looks like people were just dumped in various places. So it is as you're running, it is not uncommon for you to see these sort of masses of smoke charred, kind of pale, emaciated corpses just piled on top of each other. This section of the city is very large, so how many are here? It's hard to tell. Thousands, maybe more. but you're constantly passing them. The rubble, buildings are also occasionally destroyed around you. Just the soot and the smoke was sort of choking your eyes. Gurney, your billowing smoke blocks out a little bit of that. However, the heat is a little bit oppressive here. What do you guys want to do as you're sort of chasing after Felix?
I'm yelling over to him. Felix, where are you taking us?
Yeah, stay alive, or undead, or like that.
I guess I yell to Ulrich. Ulrich, keep an eye out for the alleys. Make sure we don't get jumped.
Okay. I'm kind of running, holding my shield my sword like a shield, dodging any,
and then
trying to deflect any bullets.
Cool. And then I yell to Vesper. Vesper, can you see where this gunfire is coming from?
Can I roll to see or hone in on that?
What's up, Speedy?
If I may
Individual?
actually, in the last episode, the reason I rushed forward was because I used my blood sense to figure out where basically anyone was, and so Felix actually knows pretty much the exact location of everyone there. And while he did immediately go into a rage just because he sensed their blood so fully, he's still going to be able to turn back to you guys and basically say, he's just basically going to be kind of like quickly muttering to himself and then saying out loud the exact number of buildings away. 3 buildings down, top of the roof. 4 buildings down, 2 across, and just yelling that back to you guys as to wherever they are.
Okay.
As he rushes forward towards them.
Felix, you actually get the sense from your you can sense a lot of people. However, the heartbeat that you can sense sort of the most, when you're looking kind of when you're using your vision to sort of scout past people and figure out what's going on, you get the sense that these gunshots are mostly coming from one person or one place.
Okay. So, can I tell where that is? Is it on the top of the building or something?
Yeah, it appears to be deeper into the city, probably a good few hundred yards into the actual city. There is a tall clock tower, and you actually can see you can sort of sense that sort of pulsing heartbeat. And also, I know the cameras are freezing. I think Zoom only updates when you talk. Speedy's not frozen for me now. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. My internet is.
Yeah, I'm seeing everyone freeze.
My internet is dog shit, so I have I'm doing the best I can today. I'm doing the best I got.
More internet.
So, but Speedy, you or Felix, you can sort of tell where that's coming from. Vesper, if you wanted to get a more precise look, you definitely could. You'd probably just have to leave the smoke cloud.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Maybe I can just bring it down, so her head just pops out of it.
Yeah,
like in a pool.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just
can
hold
blow
your breath.
smoke rings.
Yes.
All right. So as you kind of your head emerges from this thick, dark miasma, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
Nice.
Yes. On roll 20. Happy roll 20, Con.
That's the one.
Hey, we're there live from Roll20 Con.
Hey.
Hey, buddies.
Shouldn't that be in
Okay. I think I did that right.
All right.
Nice
19.
roll. Fine roll.
As you kind of you're kind of looking around, you just have time to see you see this sort of series of flashes, and then a second or so later, kind of a crack of the air hits you as there's an explosion of masonry above your head. You can definitely see a lot. Basically, what Felix was just tuning into, that these shots seem to be coming from the top of a tower. That you could see the face of the tower. You can't really make out the person on top of it, but you can definitely see the kind of the flashes.
How far away is it?
couple hundred yards. Some good running and zigzagging through the alleys will probably take you there.
It's not in spear throwing range yet, though.
No, I just want to get close enough to telekinesis that gun out of his hands.
Ooh, clever. I'll keep the barrier up again.
Okay.
I'll push it up just so like we're covered. They're gonna know we're coming. This cloud of obscuring smoke is obvious as fuck.
It's gotta be almost a little intimidating for him too.
Zigzag run, zigzag run, zigzag.
I mean, Speedy, you've got the head start, buddy.
Yeah. How tall is the clock tower?
Yeah.
4 stories, maybe 5.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe if we
So-
all stack, here's what we'll do. Everybody listen.
We need a Holocaust cloak.
We'll get on top of Ulrich, and then
Toss me, Din.
and then
Yeah.
we'll stack each other up, and Vesper will telekinesis us up one by one, like the until we're all
Telekinesis
the way
holding the bottom person. Yes.
up.
That's funny.
All right.
That's my plan.
40 minutes later,
I could
we
just-
reach the
I could
top
just
of the
fly up and
Felix, bust down the door. I yell ahead. If there's a door to
Yes.
bust down, let's just take the stairs. Or
Felix-
if there's a fire escape, maybe there's a fire escape.
It's a clock tower. I feel like not, but
yeah.
Felix is gonna shout back to you. Clock tower, the blood, the shots. They're coming from the clock tower, and he's just running forward. He's like saying it loud enough so you can hear, but like clearly not paying too much attention. And if he can, he's going to run forward towards the clock tower. And as soon as he thinks he's within a decent range.
Okay.
He's going to try something new.
Okay.
If he can.
Before that happens, you guys are sort of ducking and dodging, and as you kind of get closer and closer, and as the streets envelop you, you're actually going to hear the where are they? Hold on. You're actually going to hear the gunshots sort of taper off and eventually cease almost altogether because you're sort of hiding in the middle of these this maze of buildings, of twisted rubble and burning buildings. You get the sense that it has become very hard to pinpoint you. However, you can sort of make out over the sounds, kind of the drifting shouts of someone. It sounds like they are shouting at you from above.
Can I still sense where that person was?
It does not look like whoever was shooting at you has moved. It looks like you moved out of their sight.
Okay. Is that where the shouting is coming from as well?
As far as you can tell.
I hear what they're saying.
You can roll me a perception check.
Are these guys part of the
Powder kegs.
powder kegs?
Certainly sounds like it.
Right?
Okay, yeah. Now that you mention it,
Eight. I don't hear anything.
Okay. The only thing that you really make out is you should turn back at once.
Felix is just going to desperately, he's going to take out one of the scissors that he has, the single scissor blade, and he's going to slice along the length of his hand in the most dramatic movie way possible, and the
Okay.
only way that you can cut yourself in a film. And with the blood dripping off of his hand, starting to envelop the blade, he's going to try to throw the scissor blade at the man at the top of the tower, and with that, having the blood form like a rope, like that, like the other woman did, and have it go straight up towards him and try and wrap around his leg and pull him down.
That is
Or
gonna be
arm.
that is gonna be a very significant DC.
I have a nat 20.
That's right.
Is it enough?
Oh.
Are we too far away
Well,
to do that yet?
You're a decent distance. You're a good distance away. You're probably about a third of the way towards him, so you could definitely try it. It's entirely up to you.
I'll get closer to do it.
all right. Well, I mean, as I want to get as close as I can where I think it would be
Okay.
the best distance, so I'm not throwing it like straight up or anything either.
That's a lot of blood.
Okay. Are any of you kind of, because it's a bit hard to see. The way you guys are now, you're kind of like between two sort of buildings on this main thoroughfare. The actual top of the tower is sort of blocked from your sight. However, you get the sense that if someone went down to the end of the street, which is maybe about 150 feet away, you could probably like peek around the building and see the tower itself. Or you could so you could go out in to see it, or you could sort of stay in cover and avoid seeing or being seen by it.
I think once everybody else is in cover, I can try to like move about and try to like scout around the building just to make sure we're alone here at the base.
You wanna scout the building and see if it offers shelter or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
scout mission. That's good.
I'm
Yeah.
a good player.
The
What
more
do I
information
do?
we have to go from, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to find out the information, but I also don't think Felix would.
Actually, yeah. I'm kind of like curious. Like we see Felix like do this, whoa, blood rope. I kind of like want to stop him. I'm like, Felix, I don't know what you're doing. So I'm just like thinking like, okay, he's trying to rev himself up for a fight. I'd like to just put a hand on your shoulder. It's like, Felix, hey. Hey, listen, we're not gonna run in there just yet. Don't forget, we need their equipment. Killing them is a good last option, but if we can make friends, that's gonna be great too.
Not death, only blood, only pain, only answers. We're not-
Answers is good.
I
We're not turning back now.
Let him go,
You're
laddie.
coming down to us.
He's got a
I'm
death
doing
wish.
it. I'm going for it.
Fuck.
Maybe he
Alright.
won't die.
Godspeed,
that's
you
a-
little bastard.
With a nat 20 and that roll, that's a 52.
Holy
Nice.
moo.
Nice.
Is that good enough?
Wow.
Explode those sixes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Don't forget.
No way. Holy.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
It's a
Holy.
60.
Okay.
Astrid,
Yeah. All right.
46. Whoa, what the heck?
The hell
That's
ability
crazy.
is that? I
Yeah,
want
how do you get
that.
46s?
So, I have double the double dice for my blood powers thanks
It's
to
true.
the rune.
Ah,
Okay. So
crazy.
here's what happens.
That's
Speedy or
Crazy
Felix,
room.
you cut your hand, and as the blood sort of drips down to the floor, you like your senses seem to kind of slow down as everything seems to kind of go, you know, black and white in your eyes as you kind of the blood seems to, you know, turn a vibrant red, and you can almost feel it, like it's in your palm. It's now dripping down in ropes to the ground, but somehow you feel like it's still a part of you. And very, very, you know, very briefly, you just sort of flex your fingers a little bit, and, you know, you just sort of instinctively flex, and you can almost feel yourself, like, flexing the blood along with you. And you realize that...
Always
We
at
lost
the
him.
key moment.
Oh,
We lost him.
You feel yourself like
Am I here? Are we good?
blank.
You're
back.
here.
You're back.
Okay. You almost feel yourself sort of flexing the blood along, like as if it were a muscle or tendon, and you realize that you're somehow connected to it. You've always had this connection. You just never knew where it was, and now something has been opened inside your mind. And as you feel a strange twinge go through you, and as you turn and you go to hurl this dagger. Now you wanted to try and hurl this dagger really far at the to the top of this tower, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor and roll me a might check, please.
A might check.
Yes.
You might die right now.
I thought throwing things is more like agility.
Yes, but you're throwing this thing up 5 stories.
You're throwing it far.
Okay. That's fair.
Your blood stuff has worked just fine, but
Oops.
See if you've been working out.
he's tense.
I have not been working out, but we'll
Oh,
see how
no.
this goes. Nat 20!
Holy crap. Nice.
This man was meant to die.
Yeah.
That is a 39, sir.
Okay.
He's on
So,
fire.
as you feel like as you're going, you guys watch
Oh my god.
as Felix is going to like whip this thing sideways. You almost watch as like a ripple passes down his arm, and his arm almost like it moves as if it doesn't have any bones or any in it, or it has too many joints. It's like just this like whip like limb, and he just, as he gains momentum, he just lashes forward, and you see this dagger fly like a bullet through the air, and there's just this kind of like trail of blood that goes after it, and as he does, you see this limb, which is, by the way, now very long. You see it kind of tug backwards, and the blood itself almost like snaps taut. And as the dagger is flying, Speedy, I'm trying to think exactly how this happens. You're gonna see it sort of disappear into the distance as you kind of hear it clang against something.